Welcome to Supercar. We are thrilled to have you here as we dive into the latest and greatest in the automotive world. If you love deep dives into the cars that actually matter to your wallet and your lifestyle, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an upload. Today we are pulling back the curtain on a vehicle that has everyone talking, but for reasons you might not expect. Have you ever wondered if a budget SUV still stays budget-friendly once the honeymoon phase ends and the mechanic's bill arrives? The Dacia Bigster is arguably the most anticipated release from the brand in a decade, promising to bring C-segment dimensions to a B-segment price tag. It looks rugged, it looks premium, and it certainly feels like a massive step up from the Duster. However, there's a fundamental shift happening under the skin of this vehicle that changes the maintenance landscape forever. For years, Dacia owners enjoyed the simplicity of old-school tech that any local shop could fix for pennies. With the Bigster, Dacia is entering the big leagues of hybrid powertrains and advanced electronics, and that cheap-to-keep reputation is about to face its toughest test yet. What if the very technology saving you money at the fuel pump is actually a ticking clock for your bank account? The headline feature of the Bigster is its new hybrid 155 powertrain, which is a marvel of engineering for a brand that used to pride itself on being basic. While this system offers incredible efficiency, it introduces a level of complexity never before seen in a Dacia. You aren't just looking at oil changes and spark plugs anymore. You are looking at sophisticated cooling systems for the battery pack, high-voltage wiring, and a multi-mode clutchless gearbox. While Renault, Dacia's parent company, has tested this tech, the long-term maintenance of these components outside of the warranty period is the hidden truth that most reviewers aren't talking about yet. Is the tough and simple Dacia DNA actually still there, or has it been replaced by components that require specialized and expensive tools? One of the biggest surprises regarding Bigster maintenance involves the move to the CMF-B platform. While this platform is shared with the Clio and the Capture, the Bigster is stretched to its absolute limit here. This means certain suspension components and bushings are under higher stress due to the vehicle's increased weight and size. When these parts wear out, and they will, especially if you take advantage of that rugged styling off-road, you might find that replacements aren't as interchangeable with the cheaper Dacia parts of the past. You are buying a bigger car, and that means you're paying for bigger car parts at the service desk. Could the most expensive part of your next service be something you can't even see or touch? We have to talk about the digital revolution inside the cabin. The Bigster features a sophisticated infotainment system and a suite of advanced driver assistance systems, or ADAS. In the past, if a Dacia bumper got a scuff, you'd just live with it or swap it out. Now, that bumper is likely housing ultrasonic sensors and radar units that require precise calibration if they are even slightly disturbed. A simple fender bender or even a windshield replacement now requires a software handshake and professional calibration that the average DIY enthusiast simply cannot do at home. This shift moves Dacia maintenance from the driveway to the dealership, where labor rates are significantly higher. Does the use of sustainable materials mean the interior will age like fine wine, or will it require specialized care to keep from crumbling? Dacia has made a huge deal about using Starkle, a recycled plastic material, and opting for no chrome or real leather. While this is great for the planet, the long-term durability of these new eco-materials in high-traffic family SUVs is still an unknown. Unlike traditional plastics that can be slapped with some cheap Armor-All, these textured, sustainable surfaces may require specific cleaning agents to prevent staining or UV degradation over a 5 to 10 year period. Maintenance isn't just about what's under the hood, it's about preserving the cabin environment so the car doesn't feel cheap just a few years into ownership. Will the Bigster's parts availability be its saving grace, or will you be left waiting on a backorder list while your car sits in the shop? Because the Bigster shares so much of its architecture with the global Renault-Nissan-Mitsubishi alliance, you might assume parts will be everywhere. However, The surprising truth is that Dacia often gets prioritized differently in the supply chain compared to flagship Renault models. As the Bigster gains popularity, the demand for specific high-tech components, like the specialized LED lighting units or the hybrid-specific cooling pumps, could outpace supply. If you're used to the buy-it-at-any auto parts store lifestyle of the old Sandero, the Bigster might give you a bit of part number shock when you realize how specialized some of its components have become. Is it actually possible that the Bigster could be cheaper to maintain in the long run than its rivals, despite the new tech? Despite these warnings, there is a silver lining that nobody tells you. Dacia has designed the Bigster with repairability in mind more than almost any other modern SUV manufacturer. While the tech is higher, the layout remains surprisingly accessible. Dacia knows its customers are value-conscious, so they have avoided the sealed-for-life philosophy that many German brands adopt. The fluids are accessible, the engine bay isn't a cramped nightmare, and the brand continues to use timing chains instead of belts on many units to extend service intervals. If you find a mechanic who is comfortable with modern hybrids, the Bigster might still be the most affordable vehicle in its class to keep on the road, provided you stay ahead of the schedule. Are you ready to trade the simplicity of the past for the sophisticated value of the future? The surprising truth is that the Dacia Bigster is no longer a cheap car in the traditional sense. It is a sophisticated vehicle that offers high-end features at a discount. Maintenance will be more expensive than a 2015 Duster, but it will likely remain lower than a Volkswagen Tiguan or a Toyota RAV4. The key is understanding that you are buying into a new era of Dacia, one where software updates and battery health checks are just as important as oil changes. If you go in with your eyes open to these changes, the Bigster remains an incredible value proposition. Thank you for watching, Supercar. If this deep dive helped you understand what owning a Bigster is really like, please give us a thumbs up. Would you like me to compare the Bigster's maintenance costs directly against its biggest competitors like the Kia Sportage or the MG HS? Let me know in the comments below.
Try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody and stained from the people who deceive.